Welcome in, everybody, to Bar Talks with Big. I'm Big. That's Hooch. We are having a conversation about moonshine and distilling process, stuff like that. First, let's start with you telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got into doing moonshine.
Well, uh, I'm a fourth generation moonshiner. Um, kind of learned it trade growing up from
Mhm.
family roots. I got into the professional distilling side just over 3 years ago. There's a distillery a mile from my house. Heard they were looking for help. Uh, Showed up one day. They haven't been able to get rid of me. Uh,
Nice.
they're fourth
And what's the name
generation.
of that?
It is Blacksmith Distillery.
Blacksmith Distillery. Okay.
So, I mean, they are as well fourth generation distillers, moonshiners by trade. Um, they started out 2019 becoming legal. uh, it all started with their dad having a bucket list. They found out he wanted to have a still, so they had one built. Um, Come to find out, he had an old family recipe for some corn whiskey from his father in Frankenstein, Missouri, and they decided, let's get a bigger still. Well, that still turned into an even bigger still, and today we ran the newest bigger still at the distillery. So it's progressed from 2019 on, and that's what I do on my weekends.
Nice. So how can it ever anybody get any of the Blacksmith Distillery's products?
So currently we self distribute. Um, we're in about 52 locations here in Missouri, um, mostly up and around St. Louis, Missouri. If
Mhm.
you're in the central Missouri area, you can find us in Jefferson City. Or if you have any requests, you can email us via our website, blacksmithdistillery.com. Um, our full lineup should be updated onto our website.
Mhm.
So,
And that's blacksmithdistillery.com.
yes.
Okay. So are you guys just making straight clear corn liquor, or are you guys doing flavors?
So we we're bourbon guys. We have several different SKUs of bourbon, all the way from a standard 90 proof bourbon up to a single barrel cask strength, barrel proof. Um, we have a honey bourbon, a high rye bourbon, which is still bourbon by bourbon law. It just has a higher
Mm.
rye content. What's up, Eddie? Um, we have several different products. Currently, the only clear we are making is our gin and our vodka.
Okay.
So, but I think here, hopefully in the near future, we will be starting to run some straight shine, maybe some flavored shines. Try to get into that branch of the market.
Hmm.
Hold it down for all of our roots there at the distillery.
So how long do you guys age the bourbon that you guys are making?
That depends. Currently, we are running the three, fives, tens, and 15-gallon barrels.
Hmm.
Being a small craft distillery, we just can't currently afford the time it would take for the 53-gallon barrels. The big boys are running. But on average, with like our 3 gallon barrel, it it takes about 9 months on average, 9 months to a year to get the good flavor we're looking for out of the barrel. Um, Using the smaller barrels, it comes down to the surface area ratio to liquid.
Mhm.
So the aging process is actually sped up.
With the smaller barrels.
Yes,
Okay. Now, are you guys using new barrels every time, or are you guys reusing them when you dump?
new barrels.
Okay. So you said that you guys usually run about 90 proof to about the single barrel.
Yeah, our barrel proof and our single barrels are coming out 120, 120 plus.
Mhm. Okay. So about 90 to 120, 130 roughly.
Yeah,
Now, is there a way anybody could come and pick a couple barrels, or is it you guys just bottle and sell, in your local area?
absolutely. We've done multiple barrel picks in the past. Um, we're currently waiting on one of our uh, customers to taste one of the samples he was sent, or some of the samples that to decide what barrel he wants. So
Okay.
we do barrel picks. Um, we do a private label uh, whiskey bottles as well, or bourbon bottles. That kind of takes a couple months lead time. You know, you send us your idea, we will create the digital concept for it, get back with you. You make any minor adjustments you may want, or let us know. And once it's finalized, we slap that label of your picture, your company logo, anniversaries, weddings, whatever you want on top of it.
So how many bottles do each of your barrels yield?
Mm, that's a rough one. If we're doing a standard bourbon, we can get about 9 to 10 on a 3 gallon barrel,
Okay.
just because we're proofing it down. So, I mean,
Okay.
I've honestly not really kept track of that side because I don't do too much of the bottling side of things. I'm more of the cooking grains, making sure the still's running right.
Hmm.
So, and I'm the bright, sunny face you see that's trying to get you to taste everything we have when you come visit us.
That's cool. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being in here. We're talking with Hooch from Blacksmith Distillery, talking about the different barrels that they have from the 90 proof all the way up to, say, 120, 130 proof. And they use smaller barrels, the 3, the 5, and what was the other one?
10s and 15s.
3, 5, 10s, and 15s. And they do barrel picks and unique bottles and unique labels. If it's something that everybody would like to get into, reach out to blacksmithdistillery.com. Joshy, thank you for the tiny Donnies. I appreciate you. So, in this whole process, you said you're a fourth generation moonshiner or distiller. In this process, what is the most unique thing you've learned from it?
Hmm. Most unique thing. Wow. Um, That could be many
I mean, if
things.
you want to circle back, we could circle back.
Well, I mean, up and up until I went to the the legal distilling side, I didn't know how to cook grains.
Okay.
Give me some hot water, some corn, and some sugar, and I know what I'm doing. So when I jumped into the distilling side, learning how to cook grains, that was probably thus far probably the most unique thing. And knowing knowing that the more bricks you get, or the higher the sugar content, really does affect how much yield of your alcohol.
Okay.
So
So Penny Lounge is asking, Penny Top Lounge, sorry, is what is the ballpark cost on a branded bottles from a private barrel?
ooh, from a private barrel. So are you wanting your custom label, or is it just you want to do a barrel pick and use our label? Because that will change the price. I mean, I guess I could elaborate on that. So you take our standard 90 proof bourbon at $35 for a 750. You want the standard, paper label that's
Okay, so
okay.
yes, it would be cool to have Penny Top Lounge bottles of bourbon.
So you take that $35 bottle, 750 milliliter bottle. You slap about $10 on top of that for your custom label. So you're looking at roughly $45 a bottle for depending on what size barrel you would pick, whether it would be the 3, the 5, a 10-gallon barrel. Generally, I say we use 15s. That's for like our 2-year-olds, or Missouri straights that we're trying to produce. So just kind of depends on what barrel size you pick, how many bottles we're going to get out of that barrel.
So you say a 3 gallon usually yields roughly about, you said 9 or 10.
Yes.
So then a 5 gallon would probably yield about what, 15, 20?
Depending on the angel share loss. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. So you figure for a 3 gallon, you're looking at $350, $450 if you want your own labels.
Somewhere in that ballpark, yeah.
It's not bad. Now, so Penny Top Lounge says, thanks, I'll follow you. I might be interested in doing something like that.
Okay.
So with shipping, how would that work? Would they ship directly to you, or how do you guys do that with the shipping? Thank you, Bows and
Um,
Boats.
Typically, our shipping is only 1 or 2 bottles.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order that big, I would have to look at that.
Okay.
That would be that's something I don't have off top or on hand right now.
I would assume it has to go through somebody to get to you eventually.
Yeah, I would say so.
So, and what's your most exciting experience that you've had since you started distilling?
Just meeting different people. Um, I've had dinner with the last 2 governors here in Missouri at the mansion, at the governor's mansion. I've met corporate business owners that have come to see us. I've met attorneys, doctors. I mean, I just really the experience of meeting people from all walks of life that enjoy bourbon.
That does sound like it could be exciting.
Yeah, you just never know who's going to walk in your front door and want to try your products.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean it's kind of it's very interesting to see who comes in.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So, how long? I probably asked you this, but how long is the aging process in your 3 and 5 year barrels? I mean, 3 and 5 gallon barrels. Sorry.
Okay, so the threes are 9 months to a year. The 5 gallons we're looking anywhere minimum of a year to about 14 months.
Mhm.
Um, just depends on the notes we're picking up out of the barrel as well on the bigger barrels. The We've done a couple 10 years that went 1 year, 1 month, and 1 day, and they were phenomenal. And I was surprised they were that good. Being that's about the time frame we're running a barrel half that size. So
So, when you guys are aging your barrels, and they're only say 9 months or a year, is the taste or the flavors that you get off of it, is it compared to a 9 year or a 10 year or 5 year?
so when we get the big bourbon aficionados that come in, you know, and typically when they taste our products, they ask, "How old is this?" with a surprised look on their face. And we always turn around, "Tell me how old you think that is." And a lot of times we're getting, people, "Well, that's at least 4 or 5 years old." "No, that's 7 years old." So I mean, it's a broad range of what people are experiencing palate wise as far as like the age of it.
Hmm.
But I don't think we've ever had anybody say they thought it was 10 years old. But on average, it's about 4 to 5 years old is the average guess.
Okay. So how long have you been doing? I know you said you're fourth generation, but on the legal side of it, how long have you been doing it? Since 2019, or did you
No,
just get into?
uh, the company, the owners, they went legal in 2019. I joined 2022, so just over 3 years
Okay.
on the legal side of things.
And I know you said that you guys are going to start trying to do shine and flavored shine.
Hope
Do
so.
you have a time frame of when they're looking to do this, or are you going as you can?
We haven't sat down. It's kind of in the concept phase of we are moving everything from our current building over to our new building with the bigger setup.
Hmm.
So our old facility, we still have the little still there, which right now the plans are to run vodka and gin out of that. And I'm like, well, why not once a quarter do a shine run?
Hmm.
You know, do a flavored shine, do a straight shine, mix it up, maybe it'd be one of those buy at the distillery on site only sales. And, if it takes hold, maybe throw it out there on the shelves. So, I mean, we're still in the concept phase on it, but hopefully it'll grab some traction.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. You know, with the vodka, the gin, and the shine.
Yeah. Yeah, our
So,
gin actually we just won our barrel aged gin, just won gold medal and best in America in a competition out in Los Angeles. So that qualified us for world on our gin. So kind of excited to see where that goes.
that's great to hear. That's great to hear. So, can you get the gin now, or is
Yeah.
it? Yes, you can. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
on the site.
Yes.
So I want to circle back to a couple comments that were in the chat here. Um, Pig Leg said they should go there and pick it up instead of shipping that much, which is a great idea. I was thinking that myself. Ron Osborne, welcome in. Thank you very much. Jay Siegel, welcome in. And then Pig Leg said, excellent idea because you don't have to age it either. It always generates profit.
Right. And I mean, myself and then the owners and the whole family on the distillery side, it's something that gets us back to our roots of, the heritage of alcohol. I mean, before there was bourbon, there was moonshine, whether it be, whether it's a fruit brandy or whatever, we all lump it into shine. It was until somebody had the idea to throw it in a barrel that it became a bourbon and age it. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, absolutely. We don't have to age it, and if we can flavor it just right, then always generating profit.
Absolutely. So the website is blacksmithdistillery.com. What up, Jay
Yes.
Siegel? How you doing, brother?
And I'd like to touch on Big Leg's comment. As well as coming to see us, everybody's well aware of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. But what
Thank you for the donut.
is still in comparison in its infancy is the Missouri Spirits Expedition. So what that is Missouri's version of. Ooh, I hear loud noises.
Yeah, that he completed half of the
Yeah.
goal up there. Thank
Um,
you for the
so
donuts.
Missouri Spirits Expedition is Missouri's version of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. There are 40 something craft distilleries that participate in it, and we're on a paper passport and a digital passport. If you download the Missouri Expedition app, you can scan our QR code and get your passport stamped digitally, or we can do it on the paper passport. Once you have completed all the stops throughout Missouri at the different distilleries that participate in it, you receive a bottle, a 375 bottle of the 5 founding members as juice put into a barrel to age. They blended it together, put it in there, let it age. So it's kind of you can't buy them bottles anywhere. It's your reward, or congrats on completing the entire expedition. So I have actually yet to try it. I was sick the day that 2 ladies came in and they both completed the passport at our stop, and they decided they were going to open one and try it and take the other one home, put it on the shelf. So I got to miss out on that, unfortunately. But there'll
That's
be more.
cool. That's cool that they actually do that. And yeah, I'm sure there's going to be plenty more.
That's the hopes.
Yeah, for sure. So, is there any more questions for Hooch or myself? So, Hooch, let me ask you a question. How much shine or how much juice would you say has been produced since you started doing this?
Ooh. Oh. I mean, I'm just a redneck from the Ozarks, and I can't count that high, right? I mean, um,
I like it.
I don't even want to put a number on that. Like it's,
Yeah.
wow.
Hey
I
Alexa,
can't.
next song.
I'd have to go back into the records and start doing the math on that. But I
Right.
did a lot. We'll just say a lot.
That's cool. Yeah. Does anybody
Yeah,
have any questions for
yeah. Thanks
myself
for
or
that.
Hooch? And the website again is blacksmithdistillery.com.
Yes.
So if you want to go check that out and shoot them a message if you're interested in getting a 3, 5, 10, or 15 gallon barrel.
Um, and for everybody who may be looking for a unique gift, a very unique bar item as well, you can buy one of our used barrels. Um, we sell those for about $100. One of the owners will take it to his house, laser etch whatever you want on the cap, like on the end of the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
He will sand it down and varnish it as well, and it makes a great conversation piece. You know, if you want to put Joe Bob's bar on the end of it, you know, and get somebody talking about your collection or whatever, that is something else we offer as well.
That's good to know. So, anybody looking for a barrel that they would like to use on their bar, shoot them a message. I will definitely have to talk to you outside of the live and discuss a couple things with you.
Yeah.
So, I know you said you're looking at doing vodka, gin, and maybe possibly running some shine quarterly. Is there any other plans or any other ideas of what you're looking to do in the near future?
In the near future, no. We do have ideas down on paper. It's just having the availability to do it,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. Um, and the experimentation process, you know, if it's something we're going to age, then we're looking at, you know, time from start to bottle or whatever could be up into the 9 months to a year mark.
Mm-hmm.
Shine would be sitting down and putting proof of concept down on paper, doing our, you know, our recipe, our equations on it, and then finally upscaling that for the size of our stills. So that
Okay.
way we can keep it a consistent flavor all the way through, and one bottle doesn't taste better than the other on that. So
Good to know. So Ron Osborne said, "Can you purchase from the website?"
if you email
Slip,
us,
welcome in.
um, email us, drop in there on your email about TikTok. The guys at the distillery will know. We don't have a TikTok platform or presence on this platform yet. I just kind of took it upon myself to get us out there and try to open up a newer market for us. You know, being the youngest involved, trying to get into the World Wide Web and everything else on it.
Mm-hmm.
So
So I will also put the website on the TikTok video, or not TikTok video, on the YouTube video when I do it from here to there. I will also put the website up there, so this way, if anybody would like to go check it out or do anything like that, they can just go in. What's going on, Chad? Thank you very much for coming in. Slip, thank you for stopping in. Heathen, welcome in. So I think that's all I have to ask you or discuss with you. Is there anything that you have or questions you have for me?
what got you into doing a podcast on it?
And ladies,
Seen that.
what got me into doing a podcast? I'll be honest with you. I enjoy talking to people, and I like to put information out there. Thank you, Price Creek Event Center. I appreciate you. Thank you for the heartbeat. Um, so I like to take the information and put it out there for other people who are just starting to get into it, or who are not as outgoing to say, hey, let's sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, they say knowledge is power, but only fools refuse to share it.
Correct.
So, I mean, if in my day to day job, if I take a new employee and I tell them to do something, but I don't give them the knowledge to do that job, then I'm failing them. They're not failing. So
Correct.
I get why you do this. That's awesome.
And like I said, I like to talk. So, I like to talk to people and meet people. You know, for me, I grew up in a hearing impaired household. So I met a lot of people when I was younger. I grew up mingling with all types of people from different areas and different states. And Slip said, "Papa, so down to earth." Um, so I like talking to people, and asking questions like, "Hey, what about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Or how do you do this? How do you do that?" You're a
Oh,
sign
that's
language
awesome.
interpreter? That's
That's awesome.
awesome. I used to be a sign language interpreter. And so that's part of the reason why I started doing this. And like I said, just to get the information out there. Yesterday I was talking with Barbecue King and Bourbon. We were just in here shooting the breeze, and I was doing reviews. I took 4 different bottles and I just poured a little bit, tasted it, and checked it out, and was discussing it. And you know, if you're not doing that or you're not talking about certain things, people are not going to learn. For myself, I was new to this 8.5, 9 months ago, whatever, and I used to go on lives and ask people all kinds of questions, like, "Hey, what's the best one to pick up? What do you think about this? What do you think about that?" And I still do that now. When I hear
Yeah.
people trying something new, I'm like, "Hey, what do you get off of that?" Or how where do I find something like that? Because I'm interested and I want to know.
Mhm. Yeah. Is that a benchmark I see behind you?
Yes,
Which one
bench
is that?
benchmark 8.
8? See, I think I've got the foolproof at the house.
Thank you for the hand art. Yeah, the benchmark
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, I've got I believe it is the foolproof, the 123 proof.
Yeah, the foolproof.
Yeah, the foolproof. Yeah, for a budget bourbon, somebody told me to try that, and I absolutely love that one.
Yeah, a lot of people say for a bottom shelf bottle, the benchmark foolproof is really good. Now, another bottom shelf bottle that is really good is the early times that's back here.
Oh, you had that hidden. You must really like it. Ron says word. All
So
right.
it's the bottled and bond blue top. I have the black top up there that was also given to me by Fat Man. He gave me the blue top and the black top, and he was like, "Here, try this." And I was like, "Okay, I'll give it a shot." Another good bottom shelf bottle is Cooper's Craft. Oh,
See, now we're just making you work.
no, that's fine. It's 100 proof.
A bottled and bond.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of bottom shelf bottles that are really good that are sub $40 or sub $30.
Yeah.
I I was doing a Thursday night show. Old Granddad 114. Absolutely.
That now I get down on some GD 114.
Hmm.
Love it.
I
My
was
mom.
doing a bottom shelf review show on Thursday nights, but with my new job, I had to kind of phase that one out, and
Yeah.
I just stick to this one now. Bud's Barbecue and Bourbon, welcome in. Thomas Nielsen, welcome in. So, and I mean, there's so many more. I mean, for bottom shelfers or sub $40, $50 bottles. Jess Paynes, welcome in. You have, Michter's American is a $45 bottle here. So I'm fresh cracking this. Jay Siegel, you still in here?
Oh.
Oh, he left. Jay Siegel and Fat Man are always saying when they fresh crack something and they pop the top off, they're taking the liquor panties off. So I was going to pay homage to him by saying it, but so King's Family Distillery, vanilla cask, finished bourbon, 110 proof. First time I'm trying this, so
Michigan is getting ready to start. All right, then, Ron.
alrighty, Ron. If anybody
Good
wants to
luck
come
to you.
in, you can. Come on
Yeah,
up.
hop in. Hop in.
So, as I was saying when we first started this, that King's sponsors the show, as well as 10th Mountain Free Liquor and a couple Will Easy, Bourbon Pat, Bourbon, all those people. And they've sent me samples of this stuff to try it. You don't get the vanilla till the end. Pig legs. Did you see the same thing?
Hey, I'm going to reload. I'll be right back.
Already.